Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, am I too early?
You are just in time.
Thank you.
We'll give it a few minutes for people to join, but thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. I'm gonna mute my my microphone. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Waitosha. I am currently in the baseball program with Valencia, and I would like to inquire about the OATA opportunity that we have today. Is there something, do I need to have my resume and my cover letter available?
You do not. So this will be an information session to go over the elective that we're putting together with Valencia. And I'll give some more information about the class at the end of the information session. But if this is something you're interested in and you want to move forward with, we'll be able to connect with your advisors and you'll be able to sign up for the course. And then through the course, we'll talk about next steps with OATA. But thanks for showing up and tuning in. And we'll have some time for questions after. So if I didn't answer any of these questions, we'll make sure to cover them.
Mr. Lash.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I apologize for that. I just want to let you know, my name is Deborah Burns, but my he put his name in the Zoom and I don't know how to change it yet. So my name is, where you see Brian Burns is actually Deborah Burns.
Okay, no problem. Good to meet you,
Okay.
Deborah.
Yes, I'm not sure if you can see me right now. Can you see me?
I cannot see you. I see Brian, but it's okay.
Yes. Okay. I will try to change it though. So, but just so you know, it's Deborah Burns. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about that.
No worries. No problem at all. So we'll give it another minute to see if we have anyone else pop in. But this will also it's currently being recorded. So we'll make it available if you were not able to attend the whole thing or you have a friend that was interested, we can pass it around. Alex has given some good tips in the chat for changing your name if you need help. Miss Burns. A few more seconds. Doesn't look like too many other people are joining, so awesome. We'll just get rolling and we'll make this available if anyone else shows up late. Well, thank you all for attending the Title Clerk Professional Selected Topics course. Can everyone see the PowerPoint on the screen? That's good. Okay. Technology, definitely know how to use it. It's fine. So thank you for showing up. This should only be about 15 to 20 minutes. And again, this is just going to be a quick overview of what is a title clerk professional. I know that name could represent so many different fields, but specifically, what are we referencing here? And then talk about opportunities with OATA and opportunities after the course. So I want to explain what kind of things we're going to talk about in this course, and then what opportunities you would have from attending the course. So we'll get started 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll have a time for questions at the end. Okay, so what are we covering? So some of the questions we want to answer in today's information session is, what is a title clerk professional? What do we do? What type of work will you do? Where can you work? So if you take this class, you really enjoy it, what are some opportunities available for you? And then would I be good at this? Obviously, we want to enjoy what we're doing and feel like we're confident in what we're doing. And then what opportunities exist with OATA, which is the company that I represent. So we are partnering with Valencia to offer this course to, one, give an employable skill, and you can work lots of places with it. But then also we have openings and opportunities, and we want to partner with you to see if we're a good fit for one another. And I want to explain what those opportunities look like, just to give you information to make the decision on whether you want to join this class and move forward, or, hey, this class isn't for you. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So what is a title clerk professional? So a title clerk professional, basically they serve as an agent for the state concerning anything with an engine. It's a little more complicated than that. There's some more outliers, but generally it's anything that drives on the state roads or in the water and has an engine within the state of Florida. And you represent the state to collect that information from the citizens. So we collect that information to provide for the state so they understand what's going on, but we also serve to protect the citizens. So when we can document all these information such as ownership and registration in one place, now there's no question on who owns what vehicle. Your neighbor can't just show up and decide their car is yours anymore. No, like we have documented that you own the vehicle and we've saved it in a state database. So it's part to register with the state and help them understand and collect fees, but also part protecting the citizens of Florida and their property. So there's two main things you'll do as a title clerk professional. That's you're going to aid the public with the complexity of law. There, as you can imagine, there's a lot of regulations and rules and legal documentation that, I've been reading for 9-10 months now, and I still don't fully understand. It's complicated. And there's a lot of rules to ownership and who needs to sign what and what paperwork you need to have. So you get to serve and help the public understand how to legally complete the transactions that they're in the office to complete. So that's one part. The other part is you're going to be recording those transactions in the state database to, again, keep that record to protect the citizens of Florida. And not just Florida, there's, as far as my understanding, this is a opportunity that exists in every state. Every state needs to register and declare ownership and protect the citizens, as well as keep records of who's driving what on the road. So this is a very employable skill throughout the United States. So some of the basic transactions that you would do, and we would talk through in this course, is how to renew a registration. So all of us, if everyone with a vehicle and a car, we have to renew that vehicle every year or every other year with that little yellow sticker that we put on our license plate. So we figure out what legally do we need in order to complete that transaction, and then how do we best serve our customers in completing that. So in this class, we'll walk through how to complete a registration, and then if you continue on into this field after the class, you'd be processing a lot of this type of work. You'd also be dealing with titles and transfers. A title is just a document that declares ownership of a vehicle or a trailer or a mobile home. And there is a lot of complexity that goes in, hey, what documents do we need to prove ownership? Who needs to sign what? And what information we need to record. So we'll be talking all the way through that. And then also, we're going to figure out what do we need to know to hand out license plates, all those fun, creative license plates we see while driving on the road. How do those get made, and then what do customers need in order to get those license plates? I'm gonna go through it relatively, so I'll have questions for the end. So if you have any questions, you can type them in the chat and I'll stop, or we can stop at the end. But I'm gonna go through these questions. So I apologize. Usually I'd like a little more discussion, but I'll get through these questions and we'll open it at the end. So what type of work will I do? So there's two big things you'll be doing. So you'll either be working with the public. So for the extroverts, you get that human interaction. They come in throughout the whole day, and you're trying to help them solve their problems, whether that's changing ownership of a vehicle or trying to renew their license plates. The other thing we'll be doing in this career field is you'll do a lot of focused processing. So there's a balance between working face-to-face with people, but also there'll be times where you'll need to go and grab a computer and just knock out a bunch of renewals and processing. So there's a little bit for all types of employment mindsets. I would say that both of them do involve a lot of problem solving. You're trying to identify gaps in customers' transactions, connect two pieces that don't seem really connected, and figure out how do we best serve the customer so they can get out the door and on with their life. What information are they missing? What documents are they missing? And then how can I solve that? I've been surprised, but generally the complexity of issues that we see on a day-to-day can be quite impressive. And that would be one of the key things we would train in the class and talk about. And as we do in the training program here, is we figure out resourcefulness. How can we use the tools and the law and our experiences at our disposal to help solve these really complex problems? So it does get complex if you're into puzzles and that mindset. So where can you work? So if you take this class, you're like, hey, this is a career field I'm really interested, or at least testing out, or I've just finished my degree program and I'd like to gain some more skills before I jump into a totally different career path. Where are some opportunities for you? Well, first is the tax collector's office. So there's multiple tax collectors in the counties throughout Florida. Each county has multiple offices. And this is the government entity that serves as the face of the government to process registrations and titles. They also do driver's license and collect taxes on various items. But this is government. So with government, you have a lot of pros and cons that come with that kind of work. So a pro is great benefits. It's really stable. There's not really, it's recession proof. It's epidemic proof, which is something we do need to consider these days. Everyone will need to, renew their license plates, and people will still be selling and buying cars. That's just not an industry that's going to be going away. On the other side of that is the private tag agency, which is what OATA is, and the company I represent. So this is a private entity, a private business that is partnering with the tax collector to help serve the citizens. So if you're a little older, when I first got my driver's license, I went to a DMV. The DMV a few years ago was all combined and put together with the tax collector's office. So you can imagine there's just a mountain of work that's sent to one entity. So after that, a private tag agency started popping up, and they are partnering with the tax collector's office to help take some of that load. And because we're a business entity, we have different values and things we care about. So we benefit when we are able to provide a good customer service experience, because customers will continue to come back to us rather than other entities. We benefit when we can get the customer out the door quicker, whereas a government agency, they don't really have that same need to process customers. So we're able to improve just through the business, just needing to make money, right? Like we're able to improve certain areas of the tax collecting process. So there's a lot of opportunity for growth, and this is a newer field that's evolving. This private tag agency is a newer business entity that's due to laws passed several years ago, we're able to start growing and expanding. With this class, you could also have opportunities at car dealerships if that's something you're interested in, helping customers who sell their old cars. Well, what information, what documents do they need to transfer that ownership to a new vehicle? Auto auctions, boat dealers, banks, repo, ponds, all of these business entities need people with title and registration knowledge, how to add liens, how to take away liens, right? How customers fill out paperwork. So lots and lots of opportunity. And this is not just Florida Central or Florida centered. It's something that's available throughout the whole United States. So would I be good at this? Is this something I would enjoy? So people that typically thrive in this role are individuals who enjoy working with people, ones that are nice and sometimes not so nice, and aren't always the most friendly and are frustrated. That happens a lot. But someone who is able to empathize and understand the stress and what that individual is going through and help them get on with their day. People enjoy complex problem solving and putting two pieces that don't seem connected and finding ways to connect them and help the customer get through the door or out the door. Someone who thrives in an independent, focused environment, who can kind of retreat and put headphones in and just knock out some work. Someone who pays high attention to detail, if you're a detail-oriented person. With any kind of legal documentation or work, there are important items that we look out for. Make sure all the information's there, all the documents are signed correctly. So someone who has a high attention for that detail and enjoys that kind of work. And finally, someone who wants to be part of a growing organization. This is a relatively new industry that has a massive amount of need and is relatively recession proof. So there's a lot of growth opportunity, especially with OATA, which we'll talk about shortly. We'll talk about it right now. So what opportunities exist at OATA? So this is a partnership, and from my understanding, a relatively new experiment of a private entity partnering with Valencia to create a course that will benefit the students and also give them an opportunity at a career field after their degree. So we do have opportunities at OATA, and we would love, if you enjoy this type of work, you enjoy the class, to go ahead and partner with us and apply. So we'll talk about what that looks like and what opportunities exist. So OATA is a private tag agency. So we are a private business entity partnering with the state of Florida. And OATA has a unique relationship with the state of Florida. We are the primary private tag agency for Orange County and Lee County and Brevard County, and we're expanding really every month. We're getting new partnerships, which is really interesting. Our little tagline is the DMV on your time. So one of our goals is to be open and available when people are open and available, and that's after work and on weekends. So we're trying to expand the hours and make it a more convenient and a faster experience for people to get in and out of the tax collecting. No one enjoys sitting at the DMV. So can we give you a better experience, and can we get you out the door faster? So our vision at OATA is we want to be the national solution. We want to improve the DMV experience. And we're going to do that by having professional title agents who are consistent and they're really good at their job and they love what they do. I think one of the secret sauce and the important things at OATA is we want people to love what they're doing. Because when they love what they're doing, then they give the customers a better experience and they have higher quality work. And so that's something we're continually trying to work at and get better at. So I'm going to play a quick video just to give you a little taste of OATA, and then I'll tell you some of the details of the class, and then we'll open up to questions. So let's go ahead and play this real quick.
OATA Culture is one of our foundation pieces. It's one of the things that's most important to kind of make us who we are. People have to enjoy coming to work. At the end of the day, you have to really enjoy doing what you do, especially when customers interact with our organization. If somebody that you're interacting with enjoys what they're doing, then that's going to overflow into your experience and your interaction with them.
Culture is intentional. Creating an organization like OATA is intentional. So as leaders, we want to be intentional with our actions every day. And that takes development and working together and coaching and working through hard things. And, we get this culture in this unique place.
And that is what makes it unique and special working at OATA. We have very outgoing people, very happy people. It's been a great experience and a growth experience. Everyone here is very much friends, if you will. Everyone looks out for each other for the most part. It's a fun culture. The atmosphere is always alive. It's never really dead around here. And again, there's always something to do. So it's a good time.
What I love about working here at OATA is just the respect level that everyone has. A lot of us are growing and learning together. Everyone's extremely patient, extremely kind. Everyone's working hard. I feel like we're all shooting for the same goal. And it's just fun watching us grow together and grow in our careers and grow the company.
Well, it's our goal here to actually set a standard for titling solutions. We like to do things the correct way. We like to find an answer, be curious, and we like to try and do it with a smile.
De la entrada hasta el staff, todos mis compañeros hasta ahora han sido súper amables, súper profesionales y de verdad me siento bien a gusto estar trabajando en OATA.
I'm very much so encouraged to be myself here at work. OATA seems to have a culture where diversity is very much so championed, and it's something where I can come in every day. If I want to wear my polo today, or if I just want to wear casual clothing, I'm not used to that in most of your traditional working environments. So this is definitely a breath of fresh air.
Our team here is great. We have a bunch of different personalities, which make our day-to-day go by pretty fast. Oh my gosh, I enjoy coming to work every day. I look forward to it. I don't have people micromanaging and on my shoulder, and that's something I really strive for as a manager here. It's just completely different. I enjoy it.
We're OATA. We're OATA.
We're OATA.
We're OATA. We're OATA.
Let's get going.
Let's get going.
Let's get going. Let's get going.
Gosh, I am inspired. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot I was in that video and that was a little embarrassing, but it's good. So that is, yeah, the overlook of the culture in our organization, and throughout the course, we're gonna give you opportunities to see that for yourself, because again and again, we wanna make sure that, hey, this is a good fit for you and this is a good fit for OATA, and to give you a skill that you'll be able to find a career that you'll enjoy after your degree program. So we wanna help you figure that out. So different opportunities that exist with the OATA, and then we'll go over the class and open it up for some questions. But we are expanding locations in the next month. We're opening 2 new locations to serve as a private tax collector's office to just serve everyone whenever they need help. So we're expanding 2. In the next year, we'll probably open 2 or 3 more. And we're also taking on the back office work for counties around Florida more and more, and hopefully spread to other states soon. So it is growing really quickly. And as we increase that workload, we'll need more processors, and with more processors, we need more assistant managers, and with new locations, we need more managers. So there's a ton of upward mobility. There's also a growing finance department, growing marketing department, growing training department, growing HR. So if those are things you're interested in, there's definitely opportunities as we expand to move into those different areas. And OATA, from what I've seen, is massive. They put action behind this value of promoting within every single assistant manager, and we have like 15 of them right now, started as a processor. So that is the number one place we look before hiring outwards. My trainers were all internal before we brought them over. We have a new younger associate who is interested in training, has never done it before. So we're gonna go ahead and bring her over. So there's a huge value in internal hiring. So there is upward. If that's something you're interested in figuring out, how do I build a career and get management experience? There's a lot of opportunity to do that. So what are the class details? Well, it's the H1 semester of the summer semester. It starts August 22nd and it runs to October 13th. And for now, right now, the class is scheduled to be Tuesday at 10 a.m. It will be a 1 credit hour elective that if you do sign up for the course, that 1 credit hour will be paid for by OATA with no obligation to join. It's not a contract by any means. If you enjoy the company, you're like, hey, this is something I want to pursue, that opportunity will be available to you, but you decide like this is not for you. That's completely understandable. But that credit hour will be paid for by OATA. So that is my spiel on this class, the information session. I will open it up for questions. And again, if you feel comfortable speaking, great. If not, you can type your question in the chat box as well. I have it open. So what questions do you all have?
My first question would be, these classes will be online or in person?
Yeah, I think that is something that, and Sherry, I see you're in there. That is something we're still discussing. I think we're leaning to be more like an online synchronized class with online work component to it. Just make sure it's available to everyone and convenient.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I see the person with the T logo had their hand up, and then there's also a chat. I'm not sure who that is. I don't see a name. Okay. Adrian Gomez says, hello, I'm international students. Does this count for me as well? I do not know the answer to you. Sherry, it does?
Yes, so as an international student, you can still enroll in the class. My only, so you can earn the credit for the class. The only thing is as an international student, your ability to work in the United States, and you would have to go through the International Student Office to see if you're authorized to work. But for taking the class and earning credit for the class, yes.
Yeah.
Do we have to go through the class to first apply, or can we apply now and then wait to go through the class?
So you can apply for sure. We'll make that information available to you on our website. There's a link, and so we do have a job posting, and you can apply to that. The class is it would help towards your degree, and it also give you like a preferred hiring. But yeah, if you feel like this is a job you want to jump in, feel free, please. Yeah, we'd love if you apply, and we'll get that information to you.
Awesome. So right after this meeting, I can go ahead and submit my cover letter and resume in for the position of title clerk.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
I am sorry, I have another question.
Okay.
I wanted to register to take the course first. So how does it work again? I need to go to the website to register for the class at Valencia?
There are a couple of things you can do. You can either self-register for the class, and I can put the class information in the chat, including the course CRN, or you can contact your advisor and your advisor can help you enroll in the class.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Kiara says, if you're not able to make it to the Tuesday daily class, can you expand on that?
Sorry, but I seen it on the flyer that says that the class will be mixed mode, which would mean that it will be on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. to 11:15. So I'm not sure if it's just online or do we have to go on that Tuesday, that one Tuesday, and the rest online?
Yeah, I think, and Sherry, please, you probably know more about this. We're still forming the class and trying to see what works best for everyone. I think what we're leaning towards is a synchronized online component on Tuesday mornings, and we'll also have additional content throughout the week. Is that correct?
Yes, so we wanted to get a feel for students and their preference. So when we initially built the course, we scheduled it for Tuesdays from 10 to 11:15 as a mixed mode on the West Campus. But as we discussed and Mike just mentioned, if we know we're pulling students from different campuses and we don't want transportation to be an issue for students. So if we can put the class either as an online class, or what we had talked, we can offer it as what's called a real-time virtual. So it's an online class, but you would log on for that approximate an hour, 15 minutes a week at a scheduled day and time so that you could still participate, but you didn't actually have to be on campus to participate.
That's great. Thank you.
And it seems like that's what I'm seeing in the chat and from some of you is that you have that preference for this to be an online class, but with that synchronous component where maybe Tuesdays from 10 to 11:15 each week, you do log in for the live component, but you don't have to be on a campus to participate.
That's good. Any other questions?
Yeah. In order to sign up for the class, did you already post a CRN?
I did. I can tell you it's 17927. It is in the chat. The course name, it's MAN 2934. It's Selected Topics in Management is the name of the course. But again, the CRN is 17927.
And these will be a letter grade for it or just a credit?
I'm going to leave that one up to you, Mike, whether or not it's set up with assessments to earn a grade or it's just a pass fail.
Yeah, we'll set up with assessments to earn a grade. So yeah, there will be a letter grade component.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there qualifications to apply right now or any requirements to have besides the 1 credit course?
As far as, so I can speak for OATA. So the course, we are opening the course up. We have, I think we have 25 slots available for the course. So there are no prerequisites for our course on our side of things. As far as the education side, I'm not sure. No, okay. Yeah, so working with your advisor to figure out, signing up and the best course for that. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, we definitely like being eligible and wanting to work with OATA in the industry because we have limited spots. So if you don't feel like this is really something you're interested in, but yeah, if you want to, I'm running out of time in my meeting, but if you want to explore this idea for sure, please sign up. We'd love to have you. Nancy and then Camila.
So for clarification, if I want to take the class, I have to sign in the MAN 2934, Special Topic Management.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
That is the 8-week training course that they're offering. I believe per our discussion, it's that you take the course, and then by taking the 8-week training course, which is something that the company was offering already to new hires, but it was an opportunity in the partnership for students to earn a credit, a college credit, go through the 8-week training course. And for you to decide if OATA, you think it's going to be a good fit for you in terms of the culture and the job and everything else. So you, as a student, you have nothing to lose because you're getting college credit and you don't have to pay for that credit. And you're getting training that is potentially transferable to another organization if OATA isn't a good fit. Benefit for OATA is hopefully attracting really, really good employees through Valencia.
Yeah, that was really well said. That's good. Yeah.
Is there a specific certification that we will get after taking the course, like a certification through the state?
There's no official certification, just the course, completing the course. Yeah, we don't have any of that set up yet. So.
I do have a quick question before we go about the second language. Is just Spanish or Portuguese or French would be also something that you guys are looking for?
That is a really good question. At this time, we do require that English, having a proficiency in English, because we do all our work in English and we serve our customers in English. There are definitely Spanish speaking and Portuguese speaking customers, but having English proficiency is a requirement for the position. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But we do have English, a lot of English as a second language employees here. So it's just being able to do business and process the work in English is required, but it is definitely a perk to be able to speak multiple languages here. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Camila. I just wanted to ask a quick question before you leave.
Okay.
So I saw that on the email that we were sent through our advisors, it says that you guys are offering positions for 20 students from Valencia. Is that like guaranteed?
It's not guaranteed. So this is some things we're figuring out still. We're trying to see if we have the interest first, but if we have more people interested than we have slots for, then we'll have to make a decision based on history and background and interest. We'll have to add some filter. But for now, we're welcoming everyone to sign up and see what interest we had, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Am I able to sign up for the class immediately after this meeting?
Yes, the course is active that you can self-enroll in it.
Okay, awesome.
There's a question in the chat from Vivian. It says, I want to know how candidates will be chosen for the position or the job after the course.
Yeah, that's a great question. So you will most likely, we'll have you go through an interview process, just like any role. We will take an account of, your performance in the class. Are you engaged? Do you have do you share the values that we're looking for at OATA? And are you comprehending the material? And then we'll bring you in for an interview and just see, are you a good fit and are you able to do the basic requirements of the job? And so we'll assess that. But we will be using the assessments and conversations through classes, kind of a barometer to read your interest level and your ability to handle the complexity of the job. So Vivian, did that answer your question? I think I'm gonna assume yes.
I have another question for Miss Sherry, I think is her name. Does the class have like a specific amount of seats, as in like only 35 people can take the class or something like that?
So if the class was offered on campus, which is what we were initially planning, it would be limited to 30 because those are the number of chairs that we have in the classroom. But if it's online, we don't necessarily have a cap. We only know that they're looking for approximately 20 students. We will most likely put the cap on the class at 30, just because there might be some students who take the class that decide this isn't for them, or vice versa. If we have more interest than 30, we could increase the class cap.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And to go off of that, like if you take the class and you want to wait 6 months, you want to wait a year, we'll still recognize the class and we would love to have you come in. We're growing, so we'll definitely have a need for continuing people. We are opening another location so that those 20 seats are aimed at filling those locations, but we're continuing to grow and continually need people. So we'll definitely stay in contact. Do you have the class in person each week? Due to my work schedule, I take my classes. So Valerie, no problem, in the chat, she just joined. We'll have this recording available for you to watch at another time. But I think we're going to be doing a real-time virtual class, so there will be a weekly time to join the class online. Any other questions before we get started? I'm going to be kicked off here in like 3 minutes. So any last minute questions I can answer, and I'll make my email and everything available as well as this video. So if you guys have questions throughout the week, you can please feel free to send them my way. Here, I'll type my email in the chat. Cool. Looks like we're good. Well, thank you everyone for attending. It was very nice to meet you all, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you more in the class. And please, if you have any questions, send me an email anytime, and I will get back to you as quick as possible. Sherry, anything else that you have?
No, everything's great. Just for students, if you have any questions about the course or registration for the course or anything like that, feel free to contact me. I will also put my information in the chat. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the Dean of the Business Division on West Campus. So your advisor, if it's a financial aid or anything like that, they'll be able to help you. But otherwise, if you have questions about the course, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Awesome. Very good. All right. Thank you all. We will talk soon. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.